Right, so we've had a very busy week. Our team here in Rocky has conducted 51, between opens and private inspections, 51 properties were opened up. Inquiries into the office just shy of 500 for the week. Open home attendees, 211 people. So first the competency, and Rocky, I said it last week, I said the week before, and I'll say it again this week. We are continuing to buck the trend. We're seeing the pressure in the capital cities. They're telling us that the market's winding back. But when you look at what's happening on the ground here in Rocky, and I always say, go back to your numbers. The numbers don't lie. We're still seeing multiple people attending open homes, multiple people competing for properties. So with that, I just want to touch on a couple of really quick sales that went unconditional last week. 322 Rockonia Road, 3-bed, 2-bath, did need some renovation work, is unconditional at 485. That's a cracking result for that. Another one that popped into my radar this week was Jacinta and Amber had a listing over at 267 Elphinstone Street in Coongal, under contract for 577. Cracking result. To the wider market, just want to touch real quickly on what they talk about as the auction clearance rate. So the auction clearance rate has always been a big guide towards what happens in the market, and the national average is sitting this week at 66%. You might argue that 2/3 of properties are selling under the hammer. That's back from a clearance rate of over 70. But here's the thing, our market here on the weekend, we had two auctions. Myself, I ran one at 14 Esplanade and Zilsey, and Claudia and Darry from our Yeppoon team ran an auction at Woodwind Valley. Both of those properties sold under the hammer. Now, you could argue it's 100% clearance, right? Because it is, that's what the number says, it's 100% clearance. Both of those auctions, Esplanade had 14 registered bidders. We had 4 people actively competing for the property. That one sold under the hammer at 910. And then Claudia and Dowie's property down the beach at Woodwind Valley, it went under contract for 1,370,000. Again, 4 active bidders on that, and it was tooth and nail all the way to the end. Good to see some strong auction results, and well done to Andrew and Claudia. Obviously this weekend coming up is Rocky Nats. Can be a bit more traffic around town. Just want to make it really clear that our team are still continuing to do open homes on Saturday. It's operation normal for us. Obviously a few of us will be attending Rocky Nats, and then the week after obviously is Anzac Day, which will be no open homes on the Saturday. A lot of the team are running Friday night opens, and I think some people are even open up Sunday for that week. One final thought for you. If you are sitting on the sidelines thinking about getting into the market and you're wondering what's going to happen, here's my take on it. With the whole oil price thing, and oil's come back below $100 this week based on the fact that there's a 2-week negotiation for ceasefire. This is going to play out for a few months, so fuel is going to stay elevated, and what's going to happen with that is it's going to continue to put pressure on the supply chain, cost of construction, moving materials, all of that. I personally cannot see how this is going to mean any good news for regional markets. If you're on the sidelines, famous words, time in market will always beat timing the market. Just in the late mail, I was talking to Claudia and Darry about their auction, and I give you the wrong number. There wasn't actually 4 registered bidders, there was 5. It's important because more bidders means more competition.